Nice.
Very nice.
At which point we break from combat finally. You hear in the distance as cheers arise from the siege weapon no longer firing into the group. You look around. There definitely seems like there are more demonic forces swarming towards the castle, but you've got a little bit of time to do what you need to do for the time being. Nevertheless, we are out of combat from here. So, what would you guys like to do?
Long rest.
Yeah, we'll long rest here where we're standing.
Yeah,
exactly here.
Wait for it.
I'm gonna hide inside the cannon.
No. We just hide. Yeah, hide inside of him.
I see.
Well, I think the siege weapon. I mean, we should try to smash it apart so that they can't start using it again.
yeah.
Okay.
It's a creature.
Oh,
Yeah, it's kind of broken into the ground, but it still seems somewhat functional, at least. So yeah, you could definitely tear it apart to make sure it can't be used for the foreseeable future.
how about we do one shot?
Benjamin just sort of casts his eye on this mechanical marvel, and you just sort of see this glow of admiration.
I mean, we could try. Fire a couple of shots into the city.
You certainly could if you wanted to.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
break it.
Good at that.
Okay, well, VMAX is just gonna sit down for once. It's like I've done enough. The rage is all the adrenaline is going out of the system now, so it's actually a little bit fatigued.
Okay, you sort of have a quick look at this sort of mechanical contraption. Who or what are you using to brace this thing against?
Corpses.
Corpses. Just have a mound of corpses.
Sandbags. Baboos.
Okay. So what's your plan, guys?
You know, Benjamin, this is your.
Area of expertise, demon cannons. It is. Wrote a whole background about this. If I can use it.
I mean, you're mechanical, right? It's all the same.
Yeah, it's mechanics, right?
Yeah.
Throw in some fucking shit in there, then set it off. All right.
Pretty much.
Overloaded? Nah, no such thing. Just start pointing it to the solid side.
Okay, fair enough. So you have a little quick scout across. You see various sort of groups beginning to approach the castle, but they all seem to be sort of clumped up into a few small masses. You see the nearest of them beginning to... Excuse me, indigestion. You see the nearest of them beginning to approach, probably no more than maybe 500, 600 feet away. But you get a clear line of sight to them just as they begin heading out from the buildings. Okay, Benjamin, you sort of have a good look over this thing, and you think you might have a fairly decent idea of how it works. So I'm going to require a skill check from each of you, please, on how you wish to aid firing this thing.
I lift.
Well, as I am a bear,
Okay.
I mean the other guy was carrying it around on its back, right?
Correct, yes.
Yeah. Am I strong enough to carry it on my
You
back?
could certainly try.
Yeah, maybe I'm not fully carrying it if it's really big.
Okay, well, I think VMAX says he also wants to participate in carrying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can stand behind you and help lift it up.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And
could I get an athletics check from both the bear and VMAC, please?
Yeah.
I am gonna say that I've lost rage though, because
Okay.
it has been out of combat for a while, so it's
Makes
just a
sense.
normal roll.
Wait.
It's actually the wrong roll because of Vlad, but Vlad is the same roll for me. So
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my contribution. I'll aim the cannon.
Okay. Fair
Follow
enough.
it.
So can I get an athletics check from yourself, please, Mella, on the... Okay. The bear sort of struggles with the weight, but VMAC thankfully is nearby just to sort of ease it on and help support a bit of this gargantuan monstrosity of a cannon. At which point, Benjamin, you sort of get around from the rear and you sort of have a little figure around of how the fuck this thing's meant to work. So with that, can I get a sleight of hand check from yourself, please, Benjamin, as you begin loading the thing? Okay, yeah, you're able to sort of load it with some nearby ammunition without too much difficulty. You and Z, how are you aiding this endeavor?
I'm going to fly up on the carpet.
Okay.
And help aim where the cannon should go to fire on targets.
Okay, make a perception check, please. Okay, yeah, you sort of fly on up, covering the skyline. You're easily able to sort of choreograph with the rest of the guys.
Was I muted? Okay.
You were muted, yes.
I was. I'm gonna try when the thing fires.
Yep.
I want to try and help VMAC and Mela to stabilize the cannon because I'm expecting recoil.
So, the two of them that sort of got it braced between one another, you're going to be on hand to sort of try and reduce the recoil so it doesn't just backfire completely and throw you all off.
Mm.
Okay, so with that, you're able to choreograph with one another. Benjamin lowers the cannon and it's ready for firing. Who wants to do the honors?
Pull the trigger.
I mean,
Oh, all right. I'll pull the trigger. Slap it.
Okay. Benjamin, you sort of shut it close and you give it a good old slap. It fires off, letting out this booming noise in the main courtyard, taking each of you a little bit off guard. Can I get an athletics check from yourself, please, as you try your best to sort of brace this thing as it fires? Okay, despite the bears are sort of being weighed on with the mass of this cannon, you're able to stabilize it so it doesn't cause any such damage. Benjamin, can you roll 10d6 fire damage, please? You just see Z as the cannon hits the ground. It takes out the nearby remains of a house, just completely destroying it. But you see a good dozen or so demons just get swept up in this blazing inferno, and the ruined house just sort of falls onto the nearby survivors. At this point, the cannon sort of shakes a little bit, but it's still fairly intact, at least for the time being. You also turn around, there's a few bits of ammunition nearby.
Shot.
One more, and then we overload it and blow it up.
Okay. So, Benjamin, can I get a sleight of hand check, please? You try your best to reload in quick succession.
Nice.
Easily managing it. You throw the old shell out and you push a new one in without too much difficulty whatsoever. Z, can I get a perception check from yourself, please? Okay, you sort of try your best to choreograph, but between like the smoke and the blazing inferno that's been unleashed, it's a bit more difficult for you to sort of assess where best to aim the cannon. VMAC and Mela, please, can I get an athletics check as you sort of strain underneath this weight?
Ooh.
Okay, the pair of you're able to easily steady it without too much difficulty. Once again, you fire on off. You had more successes than failures, so you're able to land another blow into an incoming pack of demons. Can you make an athletics check, please? Yeah, you're easily able to stabilize this thing without too much difficulty. Can you roll damage, please, again, Benjamin? You see the sword just directly landing into this group of demons. Body parts go flying on it. And whatever packs were now descending onto the castle have just sort of given up and turned around, heading back into the city. At this point, you sort of look on at this mechanical contraption. You think it's on its last legs. It looks like it's taken quite the strain from these consecutive blasts.
How about just point at the ground, pull in the shell, and then fire it with a mage hand, probably?
And then kill us all.
I assume you take cover, but if you want to stand near it, that's fine.
With that, you sort of take it off from the bear and VMAC, landing it onto the ground, kind of pointing it right next to it. Benjamin, you sort of throw out the empty shell and push a new one in, priming it to just sort of detonate itself. Okay, so how are you pulling the trigger on this thing?
Somebody have mage hand, please.
I
I
don't
got
know, maybe
100 feet of
load
rope.
I can
I
shoot it
mean-
with an arrow.
It
or
could
you
work,
just-
maybe.
Or you could just load it up with a round, and then Mela could produce flame, and
That could work.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So you sort of load it up and you begin heading on, just trying to find any nearby cover. Mela, you sort of pop on out, firing your produce flame at it. Make an attack roll, please.
Let's see. I will have to turn back into my human
Sure.
form.
No
Where are you guys standing now?
I'm still a few 100 feet up in the air.
Yeah, sure. You're keeping a lookout.
I'm good.
I mean, I'm just moving away in a direction.
Yeah, sure. If you move a little bit. This type of thing.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I throw produce flame on it
Okay.
and I run behind the beast.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty. Pew pew. Make your attack roll, please.
All right. I'm attacking from here, but
Okay.
guess I
You light it on fire. You begin to see this small mote of fire glow, and in an instant, the whole thing just erupts in flames, sending sort of this boom out onto the nearby cities. What's left of the nearby windows, most of which have been smashed, just sort of break apart completely, and this large sort of bellowing cone of smoke, or column, I guess would make more sense, ascends into the sky nearby for all of the city to see.
Oh, now we should get the fuck out of here.
Okay, so your objective is complete. The siege weapon is down. And as you sort of look across you can see that various divisions of the army are starting to break on through the demonic lines, heading towards the walls of the city. It's from here, what's your next move? You look at one another, fairly battered and bruised.
We should find somewhere to hold up.
Want to escape and hold up outside, or want to stay inside?
I mean, we should find some way to hide.
I mean, I really need a long rest. I got nothing.
I got some healing spells, but yeah, I mean I could use them.
I've used up all my rages. I've used up most of the stuff on the armor and the blade.
Shit, resource management.
I know, right?
But do we have time for a long rest?
You might be able to. I mean, you're in an enemy-occupied city, so you're going to have to think, okay, if you want a long rest, how are you going to do it? Where are you going?
Magic carpet out, find somewhere outside the city.
You could potentially do so. Rejoin with the army. Or you could try and find somewhere quiet to lay low in the city for 8 hours.
Yeah. I mean, since we had to be teleported in, it might be hard to get out over the wall. And the shield thing, we only made
You
one.
did destroy one of the crystals, so you have got a small opening in the barrier that's covering the skyline of the city.
Yeah, but that was in like a bit.
Yeah, so if we look back onto the map, so
Nah.
you guys are currently you've taken out this. So there's a large sort of section open fairly nearby because this is the crystal that you took out. So it is quite close if you wanted to ascend out from the sky.
But you can't fit all of us into the carpet at once.
That is the problem. Yes.
I mean, I just need a short rest so I could find somewhere to hide.
I
if
mean-
you guys want to take the carpet.
We are in the castle itself. Doesn't
Yes.
it maybe have like a throne room or something where we could just bunker in?
It does, and it also has a nice little secret passage if you remember going through it previously.
Yeah.
The old catacombs that you used to escape from the city previously.
I can sleep in the poison plants.
Yeah, should we go to the secret stash?
Okay. So is that the plan? You try and take a long rest in the catacombs?
What could go wrong?
I know.
I mean, my idea was just in the throne room itself.
I mean, yeah, that's another option.
I mean, usually a throne room also has like a barricade or big heavy doors inside, like as a last stand during the siege.
They only have 8 hours to break through that. It's fine.
I mean, but they don't know we're in there.
But if
you look at the nearby smoldering cannon that's letting out this giant column of
yeah.
Okay, you know what? You guys just figure this out. VMAC is tired.
So secret tunnel.
Yeah, I mean, secret tunnel seems more feasible, or sewers or something. But they will be searching for us, I guess.
I mean, they're definitely going to know something's up, but you know, depending on what you choose, you might be able to hide it out for 8 hours. It's your call.
Yeah, secret tunnel looks more promising, I think.
So the catacombs.
Yep.
I think a long rest is going to be.
I got nothing if you do a short rest.
I did use all my specials.
Guys, in your long rest.
I only need a short rest and the dawn of a new day.
Okay.
Well, this time it's probably about, say, 3:30, 4 in the afternoon.
It's up to you guys if you want to take a long rest. That's fine. The way the battle's going, I think we should suck it up.
Yeah, I mean, it's a battleground. No one's going to have time for a long rest, really. And they're also trying to charge the freaking portal.
Yeah.
What about my specials?
Well, for me, it's more of I've used all my hit dice, I've used all my rages, I've basically used everything, and you only get those back with a long rest.
In 8 hours, it could all be over. We could have lost.
Who knows?
Could also be 30 years.
So what's the plan?
Well, I'm gonna say, let's just vote. So I'm gonna vote for a long rest.
Short rest.
Long rest.
I don't know.
Good choose.
You want your spell slots back?
I mean, basically, if it is a short rest, then you need to use up all your spells to heal us.
Basically.
So then you'll go in the fight without any spells.
So we're not going to use our potions.
Benjamin just carrying this giant sack of
you say that
potions
quite
around.
deep. I've only got 3 potions left. The
That's-
healing ones. Still got the other ones.
I got 3 healing potions. Speed, heroism, greater, cold resistance, fire resistance. Fire resistance would be nice.
Okay,
That's fine.
Jimmy, your vote?
I
He
only
did.
need a short rest.
Shit.
Okay. So what we could have sort of a play-by-play. You go for a short rest, definitely, and then maybe see how things unfold over time. Determines whether you're able to complete a long rest or you sort of thrust yourself back into the siege once more.
Sure.
Okay. And is the catacombs the venue of choice, so to speak?
I would say so.
Yeah, I mean, they're the closest, and it's not very likely that at least a lot of them have found them yet, I'd say. Because it was
Okay.
a secret entrance, right?
It does
Yeah.
appear to be quite secret, quite safe.
Yeah, so let's go.
Well,
I mean, there was also that round elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that
As long
you
as we
kind of
don't,
had to find as a secret.
we shouldn't go down too deep though, because
Okay.
you remember those eggs and that thing living down there.
Fun times.
That we
I don't think we
avoided.
ever cleared that.
No. No, we were like, nope, getting out of here.
Yeah. Slash ignore.
I mean, the only thing I kind of did was steal money off the corpses, so their spirits might be angry at me.
Fond memories. I'm
Yeah,
sure
you did.
that will happen.
Take a few urns with you though, made of gold.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we'll say then, each of you sort of picks yourselves up, some worse for wear than others. You begin heading on into the castle, making your steps through. Inside, it's fairly ransacked. Various sort of columns lie on the ground, broken and torn apart. Various rooms have been completely ransacked, and there's a general feel of sadness as you sort of make your way through. No sort of signs of life, at least, but you can definitely sort of hear the battle getting closer and closer. You're able to find your way into the catacombs, breathing a sigh of relief once more. You hold on up on a small nearby room inside the catacombs that you're easily able to sort of barricade for some time, at least, if things go wrong and your presence is found. And from there, you descend into a short rest, potentially a long one, seeing how things unfold. And we will pick this back up next session.
All right.
Okay.